Monday, and it is the final week of classes for this block. Total body HIIT, as ever, starting out 10-second lead in on our timer. Now we're starting with our squat with rotation. Nice and relaxed as we move through that rotation. Remember lifting the heel on the back foot as you come around with the elbow. We're not worried about going too far down into the squat. We're loosening up, we're warming up muscles and joints, synovial fluid in the joints, helping get everything nice and mobile for all the fun stuff ahead. We're down to the floor, hands to ankle, right hand coming up to the left ankle, and we're going to crunch up. So we'll bring the hand up to the foot, and then we crunch up from there, control down. So we pause just for a moment at the top each time to make sure we've got the core engaged and we're using muscular strength rather than momentum as we bring the toe and the hands together. And we're up to our feet. Squat with an alternating knee raise. Knee coming up on the same side. Bring it up round about hip level, thereabouts. Again, this one is all about getting the heart rate up, getting warmed up. Last 4 seconds. Back to the floor again. Same thing, other side. Right leg coming up to the left hand. And we crunch up to the top. That momentary pause at the top of the movement in that crunch, so that you can be sure you're using core strength rather than momentum. Back to our feet again. Stepping into our lunge this time, so stepping back, keeping feet nice distance apart, alternating, stepping each side. Again, keep that distance between the toes or between the feet, hip width, shoulder width apart. That'll help you keep the balance. And a nice long step back. When you're stepping up from this, you should be pushing your heel down into the ground. If your heel is lifted, you've gone too far forward over the toe. Down onto our sides, hip hitch. Head is supported, shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. Toes pointed away. Nice straight line through the body. And each time we exhale as we pull from the side. Keeping nice and steady here. Awesome. We're up to our feet again, lunges. We're going to add in a press as we step back. So as we step back, the hands go up. Getting the shoulders loosened up as well. Getting everything nice and mobile. So it's, when we come down, that's when the arms go up. And when you step up, the arms come down. Down to the floor again. Hip hitch on the other side. Again, cradling the head. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. Toes pointed, nice straight line through the body. And we're staying nice and steady. All the time pulling from here, just above the hips. We're not trying to go very high with the feet. If you're going too high, it probably means you roll back. You're doing something like our side V up. Make sure hips are stacked all the time. And there we go. Grand little warm up. You know what to do. Take a sip. Can you guys still hear me okay? Thumbs up? Perfect. Awesome, so we got 13 seconds left. Okay. Punching. Front stance, feet are wide apart, knees are bent slightly. Think of lifting the knees out to the side, hands to our guard position, right and left. So we're staying fairly steady here through the hips, through the legs, and you're punching around about the same height as your own nose. So that slight rotation comes from the shoulders, but that's all. We're not bringing the hips around yet. Just getting the shoulders warmed up. Every time coming back to our guard position. Lovely. So we're going to build on that. Same thing, back to our guard position. We're going to put a bit more power. So a bit more rotation coming from the shoulders. So the hips and obliques are working in terms of controlling what the body is doing. Every time, hand comes back to that guard position. We're reaching through the shoulder with each punch. Last 2 seconds. Lovely. Okay, we're going to go with an upper and a hook. Switch sides, upper, hook, upper, hook, upper, hook. So the uppercut coming into the height of your own chin, and the hook, side of your own face, hitting yourself or someone very close to you in the jaw. So the definite movement for each one. Now we're going to double up. So same thing again, we're going to start putting power in. So to put that power in, we're going to be releasing the heel. So we do an upper, out on the hook, that's when we come around. So we're not worried about speed so much as really getting power in on that hook. First calorie benchmark gone through there. There we go. Great fun. We're down to the mat. Pilates. Tabletop. And we hold. Remember, thighs are vertical, shins are horizontal. Head, make sure you're not crunching it up to the chin on the chest. Keeping that space under the chin. Shoulders are lifted slightly off the mat. Core is engaged, lower back pulled down into the floor. Hands can do whatever you want. Relax the feet down for a second. We're going to build on this. Toe taps. So back to our tabletop position, alternating the legs, right foot, left foot. Keeping that right angle 90 degrees at the knee. So all the movement is coming from the hip, which means it's the lower core and pelvic floor that's doing the work each time. As you exhale, bring the leg back up to tabletop position. Keep the back pull down to the mat. There we go, back to our feet. And we're back to our upper and hook. Upper, hook. So again, we're going for the power here on these. So as you're doing that hook, you're turning the body, releasing the heel on the back foot. So we're really putting in the full body onto each and every hook. And you can hear there on my voice, here they are everywhere. So my voice changes as I'm doing those because of the power, the pull through the core. Same again, last time. Upper, cross, sorry, hook. I'll try not to make you cross. So every time hands come back to that guard position, and you do that uppercut, and you finish them off with the hook. Rotating full body around as you get that hip and the shoulder to come around. Whew. Wasn't that fun? So you can get your toys ready, kettlebell, elastic band, whatever you've got. Bag of spuds, can of beans, whatever it is you're working with. We're starting with our single arm roll. 10 seconds left. Set up. Long lunge. Front knee is bent. Hand goes on the thigh, not the knee itself. I'm reaching down. I'm supported here. And all the movement is coming from the shoulder here. Think of pinching the shoulder blades back together as you pull the elbow up, tight to your side, and bring it back. Important to pay attention to your posture on this one. So you shouldn't be bent over or hunched over. You're aiming for a nice straight line through the body. Switching to the other side. Again, long step. Front knee is bent, hand goes onto the thigh. I reach down. Now from here, right leg, right arm, forming a pillar. Left arm, and the muscles on the back on the left hand side are doing all the work. Keeping the elbow in nice and tight to the body. Exhale as you pull. So squat to press is next. Again, go with your kettlebell, your band, whatever you have. Starting with the right side. Sit down into your squat and drive it up. As that arm goes up overhead, you want the other arm going down. Back to guard position in the bottom of the squat. And then it's one up, one down. Last 2 seconds. There we go, switch sides. That'll get the heart rate up. Sit down into your squat. Drive that weight up overhead. Coming down to that guard position, and it's one up, one down with the hands. You got this. Nice and low with the squat. Last one. Whew. Wasn't that fun? We're down to the floor for leg raises. Both legs coming up. So you lower down as low as you can go while keeping your lower back printed down into the mat. So you work with your own strength, your own range of movement. If it's too much, bend the knees, shorten the lever. We're going to stay here, rest for a moment. And we're going to do the same thing again. Leg raises, starting at the top, lower down. Again, if you're under pressure, if you can't keep that lower back flat on the mat, shorten the range of movement. Only come down to 45 degrees. Really focus on pulling with the core, knees together, feet together. If your back is good, you can lower the legs a little bit more. Excellent. We're back to our feet. So continuous jab, cross, jab, cross, jab, cross. So 1, 2 each time, and really power with the cross. Turn from the hip, shoulder, ankle. So every time on that cross, that's the one that's covering the distance. That's the one that's doing the work. Last time, starting other side. Our jab, cross, jab, cross. On that cross, releasing the heel, rotating from the shoulder and hip. The jab is the range finder, the cross is the one that's really going to do the damage. There we go. Well done. You know what time it is. Time for a sip. Okay, next round. You can use your kettlebell or water bottle. It's going to be sitting on the ground, so it doesn't really matter which one. We're going to be sitting on the ground as well. We've got about 5 seconds left to get ready. We're coming back onto our elbows. Starting out, 1 foot either side of the water bottle. Lifting right leg over, right leg comes back, left leg comes over, left leg comes back. So alternating which leg is lifting up and over it. Working the core, working the hips. Bring the knees in, give them a hug. Same thing again. Starting on the elbows, straighten the legs out. Lift one over, bring them back. Really hits the lower core, really hits the pelvic floor. Keep the rest of the core engaged as well. Don't let it go soft. And we're back to our feet. You may have been wondering where all the knees were. Well, wonder no more. Left knee and left knee only. Bringing the hands up high. Getting that power in. And we're winding up, getting faster. Bring more power in every time. Hands are coming down, practically hitting yourself on the outside of the butt. And relax. Same thing on the other side. Hands come up. Knee comes up, we bring the hands down outside the hip. So forearm is coming across the stomach. Time to start picking up the speed. Each time, power down with the arms, crunching down. So you're using the core. That's it, drive it. Last 2, last 1. Okay, kicks. I'm in right stance. Knee comes up, kick out to the side, control it to the center, touch down. Up, out, center, touch. So we're looking for control all the way through these. Really working the backside and the core, as well as the thigh, of course. So left stance this time, my right knee doing all the work. Comes up, out to the side, center, touch down. So a little bit of a lean with the body is okay. You want to make sure it's controlled. So a little bit slower paced than most of the other things we do. We're focusing on the control. There you go, give the legs a shake out. Okay, elbow, triple elbow, pulse forward and back for 3. So it's elbow, front, back, front, pulse forward and back for 3. So each time, getting a good, powerful elbow. There we go, other side. So that elbow, using all the muscles on the side. Again, triple elbow, 3 pulses. into that guard position every time in between. While you're pulsing, you're on guard. Making sure to put power in each movement. Okay, now we combine triple elbow coming in the next round. So next round, we're going to kick off with intensity. We're going to stay with intensity. We're going to start out triple elbow, 2 knees off the back leg, then a kick, that side kick off the back leg. So it's elbow, 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 knee, knee, kick. We're staying on the same side. Triple elbow, knee, knee, kick. There you go. Get those knees in. Touch it down. Triple elbow, knee, knee, knee comes up. Side kick, back down. Last one. We'll do it quick. And we're switching to the other side. So triple elbow, 2 knees, knee, knee, side kick. Lovely. Get those knees in nice and solid. Touch back for balance, bring it back. 3 elbows, 2 knees, 1 kick. There we go. Okay, dropping that, we're back to just knees. Alternating, 2 on each side. 1, 2, switch, 2. And we're bringing in the hop and bringing in power. So 2 each side, get that hop. Bringing in the impact and the intensity. Whew. Okay, right stance, jab, hook. So we're staying here, jab, hook, jab, hook, jab, hook. Every time you do your jab, whole body comes around on the hook. Releasing that back foot off the floor. Coming up onto the ball of the foot, onto the toes. Back to our double knees. We're going to stay hard in this one. Double, 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 double. Bringing in the impact. So we're getting that hop in, bringing in the speed. Powering through, crunching down as you pull the arms. So last round, make it count. Jab and hook. Left stance. Here we go. Jab, hook. Remember, release the foot. We're getting full rotation. Rotation comes from ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder. Power through every time. Really pulling with the core. Whew. Green zone. Coming up on 80%. Knees again. Singles. Bringing in the hop. Bringing in the speed. And again, crunching down through it every time. Really working for power with the abs, power with the arms, power with the knees. Last 2, 1. Heart rate's going through the roof. Same again. We're doubling up. Start low. We do our 4. Add the hop. Bring up the intensity. You should be hating me right about now. Come on, use that core. Pull the knee up. Pull the arms down. We're down to the floor. High plank is what we're doing next week. The buzzer you thought would never come, finally here. Pushing up over 80%, top of the yellow zone. Well done. Nice way to finish with that high intensity. So as ever.
Activity completed.
Shh, I'm not done talking. You may have heard the lady. Activity completed. We're going to take our few seconds, let the heart rate come back down. Get in control of the breathing again. Active recovery. Stay up, stay moving. Have a bit of a stretch. Well done. Final total body hit for this block in the bag. Enjoy the rest week.